Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. As you can see, we are going to be installing Windows 7 today, and if you look down at the bottom right corner of my screen, you will see that it says 1/4/2020. The reason for that is because this is the last weekend before I head back to school after winter vacation, and after that, I won't have all that much time to be recording these videos, especially for the more modern versions of Windows, given that they take a lot longer to install, and they're a lot longer to edit, and they're a lot longer to upload. So I will upload this video on the 14th. You will see it on the 14th. If you looked at my tweet, which you will see now, it will say that I will still upload it on the 14th, but I'm going to make it on the 4th. So I hope you guys can understand that, and so this is my tribute video to Windows 7, my favorite operating system besides Windows XP. Windows 10, it's terrible. I still think of it as the whole Windows 8 disaster, because you open Start menu, ew, like there's still these stupid live tiles and all that. That's awful. I don't like that. So we're going to be installing Windows 7 one last time before it dies. So everyone buckle in for this ride. Like the Windows Vista video, I will not be showing you guys a product key, given that this product key I know I can only use so many times, and I don't want it to expire on anytime soon. So this product key I have to keep for myself. You guys won't be able to use it. I'm sorry. If you can find your own Windows 7 product key online, go ahead and use it. But so, alright. I'm going to power on the virtual machine. That boot screen for Windows 7. I really miss it. I miss all the those colored lights circling around into what used to be the Windows logo. Okay, so now as you can see, we are at the Install Windows graphical user interface. Now, if you watch my Windows Vista video, which I will leave that at the end of this video, if you watch that video, you will see that this is quite similar to the Windows Vista, and it really is, because all Windows 7 is Vista with all the bugs fixed and with even more polish. And Windows 7 also cut out a lot of the crap that was in Windows Vista, a lot of those apps that you just don't need, and a lot of those came back in Windows 8 and are still here in Windows 10, because everyone needs an alarm clock on your computer, because I'm gonna leave my laptop on all day and all night, and I'm gonna use it for my alarm clock. Forget using my phone, I'm gonna use my laptop. Alright, so anyway, language to install, English. Time and currency format, English United States. Keyboard or input method, US. That's right for me. Change that based off of where you are and your preferences and all that. So I'm just gonna hit next and then install now. And here it'll say setup is starting. Take a drink of my lemonade. Now, something I wanted to tell you. If you watch my Windows Vista video, I'm going to reference that quite a lot, given how similar these two systems are. In my Vista video, it showed the product key insert box right off the bat, right as we started installing it. This is a little bit different, given that my Windows Vista copy, that is retail copy. This is a volume license copy. As such, with this, I cannot install multiple different versions of Windows out of it, unlike the retail version, which I can. And here it doesn't show me a place to put in the product key. That I have to do after installing this. So I'm going to hit accept license agreement and hit next. Now this part is funny. If you watched my Windows Vista video, I said I'm going to reference that a lot. The upgrade box was completely grayed out, and it said down at the bottom to upgrade, start installation from Windows. This time it's not grayed out. When you click on it, it'll say the computer started using the Windows installation disk. Remove the installation disk and restart your computer so that Windows starts normally. Then insert the installation disk and restart the upgrade. Do not select Custom Advanced to perform an upgrade. Custom Advanced installs a new copy of Windows and deletes your programs and settings. So we don't want to do that. So we're going to hit back and custom. Now I'm going to click disk 0 on allocated space, 60 gig, then hit next. And here, just like in the Windows Vista video, it's gonna, this part usually takes maybe 20 minutes or so, if that. So here it's gonna copy Windows files, expand Windows files, install features, install updates, and complete installation. So I will come back once we are at the next portion of setup, and now here it's gonna restart the computer. It'll do a 10-second countdown, but I'm just gonna hit restart now. Now here we are back at the boot screen, and now here it says setup is updating registry settings. I guess this is a more graphically pleasing version of that MS-DOS style. Windows is what did it say? Windows is preparing to start for the first time that old MS-DOS style from Windows Vista setup. So anyway, here it's completing installation, and if you realized, it reloaded into a bigger box. I'm assuming that's probably that box size, or that resolution. I'm assuming that might be like 1366 by 768, because my screen is 1920 by 1080 full HD. So yeah, I'll come back in the next portion of setup. So yeah, see you then. Now here it says setup will continue after restarting the computer, and now it's restarting. And now here it says setup is checking video performance. With if that little bar down at the bottom, it reminds me of Siri. Even though Siri didn't exist until 2011 on the iPhone 4S, and this is a 2009 operating system, that's just what it looked like to me. It looked like Siri, that little bar down at the bottom. I wonder if Apple actually got the idea from this. I doubt it, but oh, it's fun to think of. Alright, so here, you're gonna type in your username and type in a computer name. I'm gonna type in my name, and for PC name I'm gonna type in tech. Yep, this time I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna try my Twitter username, tech_master 2020. Oh, no, I guess I can't do that. I have to delete this. There, that's the computer name, tech_master 2020. Now it says set a password for your account. Now you don't have to. You can click next, but I'm going to set a password. Type in my super secret password. here it says type in a password hint. But this time, unlike in Windows Vista, this time they require you to do a password hint. Now, I'm not gonna do any actual real password hint because I don't want you guys to see any hints to that password. That is actually a personal password I actually use. You guys can't see anything because you just see dots, but so I'm just gonna type in more Twitter advertising. And now here it says help protect your computer and improve Windows automatically. Use recommended settings, install important updates only, or ask me later. Now, I'm not going to use this virtual machine. Windows 7 is actually still supported. I mean, only for right now, only for another 10 days, but from the time you guys will see this video, it's not going to be supported anymore, so I'm just gonna say ask me later because I don't really care. So Pacific time, right for me, today is January 4th, 2020. Now, just because it's not going to be accurate, actually wait, no, I'm not gonna do that because I install VMware tools and then it's gonna set the date to the right time and date. I was gonna select the 14th, but I'm not gonna do that. So I'm just gonna hit next. And now here it says select your computer's current location. This computer is connected to a network. Windows will automatically apply the correct network settings based on the network's location. So you can click home network, work network, or public network. Now, because like I've said before, I live in an RV park. We currently don't have our own Wi-Fi. We use a public Wi-Fi connection. I'm going to click public Wi-Fi. And now, here is the beautiful Windows 7 login screen. Now, I just realized that unlike the Windows Vista login screen, it doesn't make you type in the password. This time, or in the Vista setup, it would make you type in the password first before hitting welcome, preparing your desktop. Why can't they say preparing your desktop and then welcome? It makes the most sense. Really, Microsoft? Okay, everybody, so now we're at the Windows 7 desktop. Now, as you can see, just like in the Windows Vista video, there is no Aero Glass yet. Like, I open a window, it has the Windows Basic style. I run WinVer, still has the basic style. So I'm gonna exit out of that. And now, if you saw that WinVer, you will realize that this copy I have, it's an RTM build, like the Vista video. Like my Vista installation media, that's an RTM build. Notice it's build 7600, not 7601, like Service Pack 1 is. So, unfortunately, I cannot install the latest version of VMware Tools for VMware Workstation Pro 15. However, what I can do is I can install a slightly older version. That is for VMware Workstation Pro 14, which still supports RTM Windows 7. So I'm going to go up into there. And I already have it set up from the last video. So it's just right here from the last video. Hit OK. And I wonder if it's going to be like in Vista. I'm going to try and go into like my computer and all that, and then as I start doing it, it'll probably do something. Or maybe it won't this time. So here's the user account control. Notice it's not nearly as bad as it was in Vista. That's why Vista was so hated. So, do you want to allow the following program to make changes to this computer? Yes, or else you can't install it. Oh, here's the autoplay. Not anymore, too late. so we don't need my computer anymore. And now here is the Windows installer box. It says preparing to install, and the welcome to VMware Tools welcome box should be up in a little while. I've noticed that VMware Tools installation takes a lot longer in newer versions for some reason. Yeah, you can see that this is an older version, because if you see the copyright date, copyright 1998 to 2017. So this is about 3 years old now. So I'm gonna hit next. Typical, it doesn't matter to me which one of these you choose. I'm gonna go with typical because that's all I need. Then I'm gonna hit install. And now it says, please wait while the setup wizard installs VMware Tools. And now we are at the completed the VMware Tools setup wizard. Click the finish button to exit the setup wizard. And now here it says, you must restart your system for the configuration changes made to VMware Tools to take effect. Click yes to restart now, or no if you plan to manually restart later. So I'm gonna hit yes. And now it is restarting. And hopefully when we log back in, it should have the really beautiful Aeroglass effect, which, why can't they put that in Windows 10 today? The flat user interface looks awful, Microsoft. That sound makes me about as happy as the Windows XP sound. So here, I'm going to type in the super secret password. And now, here we are. Now, there's still no Aeroglass, but this time we have drivers installed. So, I'm gonna max out the screen resolution. Oh, I was wrong. It's not the 1366 by 768, it's 1024 by 768, which is the 4:3 HD resolution, while 1366 by 768 is the widescreen version. This is the 4:3 aspect ratio, while the 1366 by 768 version, that would be the 16:9 aspect ratio. I really should know that. Okay, so here we're gonna bump up the resolution to 1920 by 1080. And notice in the preview it shows it is a lot wider. And we're gonna hit apply and keep changes. So now I got the whole entire screen. So now what we need is we need the Aeroglass effect. So I'm going to go into change the theme, and it's set to Windows 7 Basic by default. Now I like how they laid out the themes, unlike in Vista. Here it's a lot more easy to get them. Like, you got Vista Classic, even though, isn't this technically standard? Isn't this technically Windows Standard? Because I thought Windows Classic had the Windows 98 style, while this has the Windows 2000 Windows Me style. Interesting. So, like, yeah, there's also like High Contrast 1. When I was little and I had the Windows 7 PC, I love to put it at High Contrast 1 for some reason. It's either that or High Contrast White. So yeah, there's High Contrast 2, High Contrast Black, and High Contrast White. Now this one's too bright. Imagine waking up at 4 AM, starting up your computer, and you get this. Ouch. And I also loved all these wallpapers they had. Also, when I was little, I always loved to have it set to the landscapes one by default, where I get those sounds. And let's see, my dad, he always put it like either the nature one or the United States one. Now that startup sound, I always changed it whenever I had like landscapes or something. I always changed it to that startup sound. I loved it. But I also like to use the architecture theme. But the one I could never really I never cared for was like the characters theme and the scenes theme. Those ones just weren't my style. But now, whenever I use Windows 7, I still just go with default because now I'm just so boring. I keep oh oops, I forgot you can do that. I keep a lot of stuff default. I don't like. I only just recently changed the accent color to my Windows 10 because I like the blue, but I went with the gray because it kind of matches that wallpaper, which I took it the other day out in my backyard. So, like, yeah, it's just nice snowy trees. This was so unrelated to the video. So yeah, now we're back here. We got Aeroglass. We got the dreaded Internet Explorer. Get that out of here. No one loves you. So, here we are, Windows 7. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go into System Security, System, and I'm going to activate Windows now. Now, first, if you've seen my Windows Vista video, my internet wasn't working properly, so I need to go in there and I should probably go check. Okay, so I do have internet. I have an internet connection. So now we're gonna go back into here. And now we're gonna activate Windows. Activate Windows Online now. I don't believe the volume license version had the phone activation. Okay, so here, this was my bad. It says Windows activation. The problem occurred when Windows tried to activate. Well, duh. First, what I have to do is change the product key. So, I have a notebook with the product key in there. I'm not sharing the product key. So, after I'm put in this product key, I will see you at the next part of Windows activation, so see you then. And now, here we go. Activation was successful. Now, that's basically the exact same text from Windows Vista, just with Windows 7 branding. So, I'm going to hit close, and now we are activated. So, another thing I want to do, because I find it kind of fun to do. Now, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, in my Windows Vista video, I believe the score I got was like 3.4 or something. I don't really remember. So, we're going to check that right now. And I'll come back once I got some numbers. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Pause. So, at least here it tells me what the scale is based off of. I remember saying that I believe it rates it like out of like 1.0 to 7. At least here it says 7.9. So yeah, I'm gonna hit rate this computer. And yeah, this time I will actually come back once I have some numbers, so see you then. Okay guys, so now we have some numbers. So it says 4.4 out of 7.9, which that really isn't bad. So I believe that is a lot better than the Windows Vista one. You know what, for the heck of it, I'm gonna actually go start up that Windows Vista virtual machine that I used in the last tutorial video, and I'm gonna find out which number it got. So yeah, stay tuned for that, so we can compare the two. I believe Vista, I think, got like 3.4 or something, I don't remember. But even though I recorded this 2 days ago, technically, but for you guys, this would have been up for about like almost 2 weeks now. But for me, I recorded this only 2 days ago because, like I already said, I'm recording this. Okay, guys. So now we're at that Windows Vista virtual machine, and so I was wrong a lot. I thought I got a 3.4. Here it says it got a 4.3. I feel stupid, but what are you gonna do? So yeah, this got a 4.3, while the Windows 7 got 4.4. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Well, one more thing, I have to do it. Oh, oops. Remember that Flip 3D effect that I was talking about in Vista? 7 has it too. Why can't Windows 10 do that? Here, hold on. I love this effect. Why can't Windows 10 do this today? It's supposed to be the most advanced operating system, and oops, and it can't even do a stupid animation effect. This operating system is 11 years old, and I think it's so much better. Alright, that's enough playing with Flip 3D. Alright, so in all seriousness, Windows 7. Windows 7 is my favorite operating system, and I'm really sad to see this Windows logo die. Like, now all the only supported ones will have that, like the start button logo down at the bottom left corner. And this one's the last to go, so and it's the last one with Arrow. The last one that's actually good, so this is kind of a sad video for me. Yeah, so Windows 7, you're my favorite operating system. I'm sorry to see you go. Yeah, guys, I remember like I don't know, being in like second grade or something and playing like stupid Flash games on Windows 7 using like Internet Explorer 10 or something. I was in second grade. I didn't know what anything about hardly anything about computers, and I had no preference to a web browser. Now I say Internet Explorer like absolutely sucks, and it does. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna sign off for this. Yeah. Time of recording this video, Windows 7 still has 10 days left till it officially dies, and I'm thinking about it. Well, I'm thinking about maybe doing like a live stream or something of it dying, like put up a big countdown clock. I mean, well, I would have uploaded this video after it died, so I don't know why I'm telling you guys that idea, because if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. So I'm gonna try and see what I can do to make it happen, like countdown to midnight or something on January 14th. So yeah, this is gonna wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. In the description there won't be a product key or a link to download this, given that this is still currently a supported operating system, and I do not want you guys to get in any trouble. I don't want to get in any trouble, so I'm not gonna put any of that in the description. So yeah, guys. Also in the description, as usual, Google form and my newly created, as of yesterday, or January 3rd, 2020, my newly created Twitter account and Instagram account, both with the username tech_master2020. So if you want to go follow me there, go right ahead. On Twitter, I post channel updates, while on Instagram, I post life updates, like what's happening in life. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoy this video. So yeah, goodbye Windows 7, you'll be missed. I'm just rambling on. Alright guys, bye, stay awesome, have a good night.